right. Good morning to those of you in North America. Good afternoon to those of you in Europe. And a people in my neck of the woods. Got ourselves a race here in Misery Meyer Division here. You're watching the ALTTPR League Season 5 here in Week 4. Co-op veterans across world key sanity. We got all sorts of fun on your left side of your to find Beastie plays with Fear Agent and Ramon. Over and on the right side of the screen, we got Rando, Toddlers, and I am Dave Cloud, one of your commentators today. So by Skilly, how you doing there?
I'm doing great. Looking forward to watching these four fantastic runners play this crazy mode.
Yeah, this is going to be a good time here. We're going to have a lot of fun. We should be getting on underway here in just a moment, and we'll see how we're going here.
And already we got a fire rod and sink. It looks like the Hera Big Key is in Link's house.
All right, that's a real quick thing here, and so our sanctuary is going to be in the Lost Woods today, right there at that drop. So if we find ourselves a quick bomb, we can go ahead and see exactly what's there. But our bush crab is going to give us 20 rupees, so looks like it's going to be a relatively easy money seed.
Yep, that's definitely extra helpful in Retrance, since unlike regular key sanity modes, you can buy small keys from the shops. And your arrow also works like it does in the original LOZ, so you have to actually spend money to use it.
Now, looks like Fear Agent and Vextifer, they're doing the hula hands kind of start. They're going to find that there are 3 bombs there at the Witch's Hut, which is one of the nicest things you can find. Oh my gosh, that is a hook shot behind the lumberjack tree at Castle Tower. So we're going to be doing we already got an Agaseed if that hook shot is required.
Yeah, that is spicy for sure. More likely than not, it's going to be required. I mean, a Crystal Swamp Palace would guarantee that right away.
I mean, that is a fast thing right there. Is we're gonna see that Ganon is sitting there at the useless fairy drop. We got Fear Agent already onto his hula hand, gonna make some money. Jon Snow went through the connector at Lumberjack House there. That was the old man's spawn point. Found himself up on the mountain.
That's a nice thing to find early. There's a lot of entrances up here you can check.
Oh, definitely. There's a lot of things you can do up here, and you can even get some free bombs there as we find the bombable hut there just right at the top of the mountain there. So easy, cheap, free bombs here for Jon Snow. He's got to be a little careful, though, because he's down to 1 heart in very dangerous territory.
Yeah, some bad boulder RNG could kill him here, but it looks like he'll be fine. And that was probably the old man rescue on Jon Snow's side, but it's a little bit difficult to do that with no equipment. We'll see if he goes back there in a bit. It would definitely be nice to rescue that old man, though, to unlock the mountain save quit point.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he's got that sword, which he can use to help find his way. Now, we're not actually sure. That was another dark cave up on the mountain there, so I don't know which one's which.
Oh yeah, that is annoying. Especially because really the only way you can tell which one it is involves falling down a hole. But if you only have 1 heart, you can't really do that.
Yeah, that's the problem there. You hold out your sword and try to guess there. There's a couple of ways that you do it, but man, it's not easy by any means.
I always forget they start with a sword in this mode. Never mind.
Well, looks like right now we've got Fear Agent making his way over to the Eastern Palace area. We got Ramon rushing through Kakariko here, trying to find some stuff. Finds the potion shop there at the right Snitch's hut. Now, Vextifer, he's going to go ahead and just drop down this Hyrule Castle connector real fast. We know it's not Ganon, but we don't know what it is. It is... Oh, it's going to be the well.
It's always nice to find that quickly. 5 really fast items, usually in Sphere 1.
And gonna be some money in it, and that looks to be about it, though. I mean, like we kind of mentioned here, with it being retrants, money is a big deal. As we're getting 300s over on Vextiver's side from the well, and we're also getting 300s from the Bush House there in Kakariko.
Yep, and the blue cane as well in that bush house. Thanks for giving us our first look at Back of Escape, I believe.
Ooh, we found Laser Bridge down there on Ramon's side. As looks like Fear Agent going to set up a little bit of a death revival here or we're just gonna get some health back before we take this jump across the Turtle Rock, right side of Turtle Rock entrance.
And we also saw the lamp in Back of Escape, so actually Darkcross is in logic here by traversing backwards, as Vextiver is doing right now. It is retrants, so it's assumed you have unlimited keys at any given point. So there's no issue of not having a Hyrule Castle small key to do this, logically.
Speaking of things that are in logic, Jon Snow with that fire rod that sword is in Skull Woods right now. I'm not even 100% sure where that was.
It is a logical 3-heart moth.
We got some fun stuff already here. Alright, he's not going to walk back out and show us there, so I guess we're going to have to take a look here when somebody else gets there.
Like Vextiver found the shovel at some point.
Yeah,
that might have been Darkcross, not sure.
Well, it's 5 rupees either way, so probably not going to be seeing Jon Snow pick it up there. It's going to be real quick, as we're just watching these guys try to pick up all of these things as they can. Ramon finding at the brewery there, and didn't quite see anything. Skullback is at the dam entrance. Thank you there to our chat. If you want to help us call out things that we miss, because we will miss quite a bit here, that would definitely help us out.
Yep, there's a lot going on in this mode. Retrants is already pretty difficult, but watching 4 people at the same time, it's definitely the most taxing mode in all of League this season, I would say.
I mean, definitely to track there. So a big shout outs today to our trackers there, Scottish Brave 44 and Darity Peels, who are clicking the buttons behind here, kind of trying to follow at least two of these streams at the same time. As we got both Vextiver and Ramon down in the in the Tower of Hera basement here, gonna get these last couple of things.
They can actually full clear this dungeon. They have the big key already. Harapot would be a distant dream, given that the hookshot is behind Aga 1.
It's going to be a long time to do that, but I mean, with these guys, with Vextiver already having that lamp, Aga 1 is a purely did you find Castle Tower sort of thing. Alright, so what is down here in this basement?
I need to find those boots as well.
We can do some Armo Shake storage, right? That'd be fun.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Alright, well, we got Blue Mail out of the bottom of the well there, as Ramon is making his way there out of Hera there, down at basically the Light World archery game. Jon Snow finding the Ice Rod Cave up on top of the mountain. Didn't look like anything too noteworthy coming out of that. Half magic there in Ice Rod Cave. That is actually quite nice.
Okay, Ramon didn't have the Hera big key yet, so he had to leave. Vextiver gets to full clear, though.
Oh, with the Hera big key sitting there in Link's house, that's kind of a feels bad moment right there for Ramon. But probably something that you'll send Fear Agent to do here sooner than later. Ooh, Eastern Palace found down at Mini Moldorm Cave, all down there on Ramon's side.
Yes, everyone's favorite dungeon to find early in an entrance seed. Of course.
There have been no debates about the usefulness of this dungeon ever. There's not memes on it, there's not emotes, there's nothing's ever been said about the Eastern Palace, especially early.
Well, little do they know, Big Key Chest is in logic due to that lamp, but it looks like the Beastie Boys haven't found it yet. Of course, Ramon is going to get that item anyway. It's just going to have to orphan that big chest and the boss for now.
Yeah, you figure you're going to come in here, you're not going to waste time by skipping chests by any means. Alright, Vextiver unfortunately losing his first round with Moldorm here. He's got him in his last thing here. With it being Fighter Sword right now, there's pretty much nothing you can do but just kind of wait to hit him there. It gets him down.
Yep, that fight sucks with no items except Fighter Sword.
Well, let's get them their first crystal there. So that's your first crystal here at the 10-minute mark. So that's pretty dang fast.
Fear Agent also fighting Moldorm now. He has the blue cane, though. That actually helps quite a bit for this fight.
Yeah, no, I saw you do that one time in a race there, and that was pretty nice. It looks like he is listening to exactly what you said. Let's see if he can do it as well as you can here. But very, very interesting find down on Ramon's side. He found the hammer there in Eastern Palace.
And that's why you never skip Eastern Palace. That's what they all say.
Yep. All right, and that's Fear Agent with his team's first crystal. So we got crystals on both sides. Jon Snoo having a little trouble lining up his laser skip here. Ooh, and takes a laser to the face, unfortunately, so he's going to have to do it again.
Yeah, he's probably wishing he found that blue cane by now.
And it would make this completely in logic and considerably easier. As it looks like Ramon has finished off clearing out at Eastern Palace. Getting that hammer is pretty much the best thing that he could find. So he's going to go and start exploring the rest of the world. Fear Agent going to go ahead and see what's in this middle chest of Desert Palace here. That's going to be a mapped Swamp Palace. That's going to let us know real quick if that hookshot that we saw behind Lumberjack today is actually required.
Looks like Ramon has found back of Skullwoods as well. Now, he has 4 hearts and a hammer, but still a pretty difficult fight.
4 hearts, hammer, blue mail. He's fine.
Oh yeah, blue mail does help quite a bit, actually.
He'll be fine. At the very least, it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, and he's a gamer, so of course he's going for it.
And Jon Snoo getting yelled at by the waterfall fairy there for not bringing in bottles there. As it looks like Fear Agent has made his way up to the top of the mountain there. He's going to start dropping down, checking out some things there. Found a connector through Desert Palace there. I want to say it was probably Desert Palace right, taken out to the top.
Is to add another heart container to his collection. Finds Mimic Cave, which unfortunately he does not have the hammer like his teammate does yet, so he's just gonna have to leave that for now.
Oh man, Ramon taking absolutely no time taking care of Moth. That was a super fast fight there, and that is crystal number 2 for Divine Beastie Boys. Already here, under 15 minutes. I guess somebody's in a hurry today.
Dexter has found the connector up to the Dark Death Mountain Bridge, which leads to Ice Palace.
That is an interesting place to put Ice Palace right there. That is one of those things that you could easily put off way too late and make that kind of a problem if there's something in there.
And again, with that early Fire Rod, like there could be important things in there. Moon Pearl even. Well, no, it's in the Dark World, but as soon as they find the Moon Pearl, an early Ice Palace dip could be required shortly afterward.
I mean, I could see that very easily there. You get in there, find your first glove in there or something like the mirror. I mean, like we said, we still got that hook shot there on the behind AGA 1 today. So, I don't know, you want to find boots there or something, could be there. All right, Ramon heading on his way out to the desert. Looks like Fear Agent's going to be making his way to Eastern Palace here. Going to pick up his hammer as, ooh, they're at the Agina entrance out in the desert. We've got Blind's Hut with 5 items in it. Let's see if there's anything good in here.
Just 2 1/4 of hearts so far.
I mean, in this mode, that's not the worst thing, but yeah, you'd be looking for something a little bit more than that. All right, Jon Snoot taking down Moldorm over on his side. He's going to get his first crystal here as a Fear Agent might have crossed over the invisible line, spawned a few more skeletons than he was expecting, but either way, takes him down, no problem. Oh, but there must have been something at the, oh, no, okay, I was about to say, I was like, there must have been something in the big key chest. Now Fear Agent just deciding that it's much easier to death warp off of a Igor there than it is to do it in the other room, which is smart.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how long it takes the Rando Toddlers to find that Eastern Palace and get that hammer. It's not super important yet, but if they put it off for a really long time, it could be a big deal. As long as the other team doesn't have that glove and pearl yet, hammer doesn't really do too much.
Yeah, hammer is one of those things that it's going to be 100% necessary, but not immediately, like you mentioned. All right, going through the Laser Eyes entrance over here on Vextiver's side, going to find out exactly where this sucker takes him. It takes him to basically the entrance of Bumper Cave there in the Dark World. So unless he feels like doing some bunny walking, not a particularly useful entrance yet.
Yeah, and that's not logical either, since you had to do a bomb jump to get there.
Right. All right, there's a key sitting there on the floating island, which is, that's one of those things that if you have a mirror and you're sitting right there, you might as well pick up. I mean, it's nice and quick.
Right, I'll say the one thing I've noticed watching these races this week is it's very, very hard to remember your key management when you're also taking in all this other information that you're being given from your teammate and tracking entrances and all that. Super easy to forget that you don't have enough keys.
Oh yeah. Oh, John's Vexter there a little bit too fast with his thing here. Ooh, he's in a bad situation there. Oh, that blue male saving him from getting killed by those skulls, it looks like.
Yeah, those skulls hurt a lot more than you'd think they would. And he finds the flippers in lava chest.
Okay, like you mentioned though, not in logic at the moment, but still very interesting. Alright, Fear Agent about to go through the Brothers connector here. He's going to end up on the Turtle Rock ledge, find himself Ice Palace that he can't quite do at the moment. Here is... Oh, ain't that the cutest little monkey in the world there.
Jon Snow heading into Eastern Palace. He's going to find his hammer shortly.
And, oh man, so it turns out that, you know how we were talking about there being two dark caves up on Death Mountain? One of them was the front of Old Man, the other one was the back of Old Man.
Nice.
Ramon taking the Old Man back home right now here. And that's Misery Mire over on Vextifer's side, and unfortunately I did not see where on earth that was.
It was the Dark Sanctuary.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's basically going to be boots locked, given that the hookshot is also boots locked.
Oh, that's a good point there. I hadn't even thought about that. Alright, Mimic Cave on Fear Agent side just having a piece of heart, so that takes off one of the few places that the hammer could lock for him.
Dexter is thinking about Mothula. It looks like he hesitated for a second. Probably just got wind of that hammer. He's like, never mind.
Yeah, Hammer Moth does a little bit more oomph than, say, the Fighter Sword does.
Yeah, especially when that hammer's right next door.
Yeah, exactly. You might want to run over there and pick that sucker up. It looks like we got Ramon there. He found, I want to say Eastern Palace, not Eastern Palace, but Hyrule Castle front up on the mountain somewhere. So he's going to go ahead and check out what are the 3 chests on the way down to Zelda Cell. First chest, not having anything.
And once again, no silly key logic to worry about here. This is all in logic.
Yeah, it's the one difficult thing with Retrance sometimes is that the key logic does kind of mean that everything and anything, if you find a dungeon, everything's there. You just kind of have to go for it. Fear Agent, unfortunately, taking the wrong connector at the top of the mountain there, getting himself locked out, so gonna have to figure something else out.
Yeah, for that reason you were just talking about, you almost don't want to find pod early in this mode. Because, you know, normal cross keys, there's 6 different keys you have to find before you can do all of it, logically. But no, Retrance just expects you to spend $600 on keys and do it in Sphere 1, possibly.
Yeah, no, it can be real rough that way, and it looks like Hyrule Castle not going to have the answer there as Ramon makes his way all the way to the Zelda Cell, didn't get a thing. A couple of pieces of heart, maybe a little bit of money. Alright, Jon Snow into a green male, possibly green male, Mothula fight with 3.5 hearts. Good luck, buddy.
Surprised they're both doing this at the same time.
Yeah, you typically want to try to split up your checks a little bit more. Let's see here. Moth playing nice for Jon Snow there, just setting himself up perfectly for that hammer shot. Like, hammer down and to the right, or just, you get so much more space on your shots, and wow, just took it down, no problem. So there's crystal number 1. Or crystal number 2, sorry, yeah.
So Fear Agent doing some fake flippering to get to Hobo.
So, are we Oh.
Pearl on Hope. Okay. Well,
So
that's interesting because those flippers are still not in logic yet.
A Samaria is missing.
Yeah.
Or
unless they can somehow get the hook shot before Pearl, but that sounds unlikely.
Yeah, that's really strange. Actually, here I'm trying to figure out exactly how this is gonna work. This is that's an interesting place to stick that.
It's actually great timing for that Pearl because now he can water walk out of Waterfall Cave here.
Oh yeah, fantastic. Here he's got $960 because apparently money was not actually an issue in this scene. We're gonna get to see exactly what Zora has. Why do I feel like logically we're supposed to do some sort of like crazy connector chain through the Dark World to find like Aga Tower at like Lake Hylia Island, and then that's how we're supposed to climb and get the Pearl?
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Or we just do what Ramon does and just drop down the Spiral Cave entrance, find your middle entrance of Paradox Cave. That this could very well be the thing that puts the Pearl into logic for us. Yep, there it is. There's your Cane of Samaria.
Gotta love the roulette of picking which entrance to drop down to from top of East Death Mountain. Pretty sure Fear Agent jumped down the middle when he was up there.
Well, Jon Snow gonna go ahead and he hit the one too. They had both dropped down the middle one at one point here. Now dropping down Spiral, gonna find the information that they need. Now, hopefully, Rando Toddlers can put 2 and 2 together and go, okay, so wait, I got flips out of Lava Chest and TR, and we just got the Red Cane. Maybe there's actually something behind the flips.
Also gives them a couple things to do. The top floor of Turtle Rock, Compass Chest, as well as the 2 Fire Rod locked items on the right side.
Interesting choice here from Ramon. They're popping out of the Misery Mire area. I'm gonna go ahead and keep looking in here, even though Fear Agent is the one with the Moon Pearl at the moment. And there's a chest he can't do there, sitting at the Mire Shed main entrance.
Well, I have a good idea of where Vermont is going to go next.
Yeah, it's, yeah, give you 3 guesses, right? Oof. Fear Agent surviving that dash with one of those pig guards here.
It's like Jon Snow's gonna bunny walk into Skullwoods. It's a decent haul of items, but you do have to spend the time to die or get grabbed by the Wallmaster before you can get Link Stay back.
Yeah, it doesn't look like these guys have actually kind of figured out that this is something that they really want to get to those flipper checks as quickly as possible, because we've got Divine Beastie Boys on the other side just rushing through the rest here.
Maybe Vextra will go under the bridge now. Looks like he's heading in that direction. And then suddenly everything will be open.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Jon Snow take an immediate save and quit out of here and just be like, oh, I am doing the wrong thing. I'm in the wrong place. Let me change that real quick.
Downside of this Skull Woods dip is he's gonna kind of orphan the back entrance. If he already had his pearl, he could use that fire rod to open it up, but now he's gonna have all the items in here without that entrance opened up.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of time here. See what happens here. So Vex is picking up the pearl right now. Let's see what happens here. Might as well, if you've come this far, you might as well at least get the chests that are in here.
Yeah, he's already got his link state. Might as well.
Getting a few new checks over there on Ramon's side there, as he went ahead and took his new Cane of Samaria, come all the way to the front here, gets the red mail out of Compass chest here in TR.
Well, Thieves Town at Hylia Island. It's the first time seeing that. We're still missing the big key, I believe. So you can only do the front 4 for now.
And we're going to get to see what's hiding in the back of Skull Woods today. It is going to be... Oh, Hype Cave back there. Ooh, that's a place for that.
It'd be very bad.
Oh, yeah.
That is very bad. For random Toddlers.
It's getting worse. It's getting worse. Well, that's going to be Boots and the... that's Boots and a Master Sword there for Divine Beastie Boys. Their Fear Agent picking that up out of Hype Cave at the back of Skull Woods entrance, which is now very orphaned by Rando Toddlers. Hopefully one of them will get back there soon.
Yeah, so now I'm very curious where that Aga Tower is, since as soon as we find that, we can get our hook shot.
Yeah, we've got the information that we need, definitely. All right, Ramon spits out at the top of Hera there. Gonna pop in and check what's behind these Dark World areas. There still doesn't have the pearls, so he's unfortunately orphaning a few chests.
I'm actually very surprised he hasn't picked that up yet.
Well, he just got flippers, so I mean, I imagine that's his very next step there. Because once he got that Cane of Samaria, he rushed immediately to Turtle Rock. He put together the pieces of the puzzle very quickly. That flippers must be there. Now, Vex picked up Moon Pearl, right?
Yes, he found it first on his team.
Okay, yeah, I was just making sure that it looks like the tracker software just going ahead and eating that real quick, but Alright, Thieves Town located by Divine Beastie Boys as well, so both teams have pretty equal knowledge when it comes to where the pendants and the dungeons are at the moment. The big difference is Divine Beastie Boys having knowledge of where those boots are. Going to be a big deal.
Yep, every minute that goes by without Rando Toddlers having those boots is time that is lost.
Alright, looks like we found Spiral Cave at the Thieves Town main entrance there. Going to see exactly what Fear Agent decides to do with it. It looks like his choice is to do absolutely nothing with it right now. That's going to be Sick Kid over at the C-Shape House entrance. Still no bottle yet, right?
Yeah, no bottle from anybody yet. Oh, there's Castle Tower.
Ooh, Fear Agent. What do I do? I'm doing it. I mean, that is hookshot for him immediately after completing this.
He still has to pick up his boots, right? Or does he have them?
Fear Agent's the one with the boots right now, so
okay.
Yeah. Ooh, and that's a big key to Skull Woods there as well. Well, that's a kind of a nasty place for that. You just came from there.
Luckily for Fear, he came into this dungeon with exactly as many keys as he needed. Well, there's another one anyway.
No problem. John Snook having to take the long way around since that hookshot is locked behind this Aga climb that Fear Agent is doing at the moment here. Ramon picks up his Moon Pearl finally here, and they're going to be off to the races.
Funny thing is, we still don't actually know if we need this hookshot or not.
Yeah, it's true. We don't know if there's anything on the left side of GT. We don't know if there's anything in Swamp Palace. We don't know if there's anything in Hookshot Cave. And chances are we probably do need it, though. There's got to be at least one thing out of all of those 3 places.
Yeah, it's a pretty safe bet.
Oh man, Fear Agent going full Pyromaniac here. I got Fire Rod. I'm going to use it.
See what Vextfer decides to do about the Spiral Cave connector. And he also nopes out, at least for now. You always hate to find that connector.
Now, gonna have to ask you to help me out here, maybe our trackers to help me out. Do you have any memory of where we found that fire rod? Because Vextiver doesn't have that marked at the moment.
It was in sync, so he should have it.
Oh, okay, yeah, then he 100% has it, and that's just the tracker eating it. Alright, fair enough.
If he doesn't, I think they're going to have a team meeting after this one.
How on earth did you not pick up the Sank chest?
Ramon getting his boots here, and Master Sword as well.
Aga being annoying as usual here as we're waiting for him to shoot the requisite amount of energy beams at us here so we can reflect them back in grand Zelda tradition.
Here's kind of taking one for the team by doing this already. Like, if it turns out that hookshot is not necessary, that's going to save Vermont, like, a ton of time.
Yeah, you saw when he found Aga Tower, there was hesitation about, do I really want to do this?
It's a pretty big time commitment.
Yeah, it's not fast. Yeah, it's you can do the whole climb pretty quickly there, but if Aga decides that he's gonna take a long time, well, there ain't a whole lot of things you can do about that. That is a bottle, though, on the pyramid for Fear Agent. So that's our first bottle there that we can use to turn into Sick Kid there in Village of Outcasts.
Be a good excuse for him to go back and check Spiral Cave too, since they're right next to each other. Sick Kid being in Sea House, Spiral Cave being in Thieves Town.
Yeah, Ramon putting that Red Cane to work there in that Mire 2. They're taking out a whole bunch of those whiz robes with it. As Fear Agent gonna do a little key shopping.
Is this the first key shop we've seen?
I think we've seen, well, you know, that's a good question. We have to have seen other ones.
It might have been one in Paradox, but no one looked at it. But otherwise, he did just buy his arrow, so maybe the key shops are kind of hidden in the seed.
Yeah. Paradox was a normal shop? Okay, yeah. Well, maybe that is what we got here so far.
Green Pendant Desert Palace, according to Sahasrara.
At back of Saha, that's an Ether Medallion and a big key to Eastern Palace there. Potentially a very big find there at the Monkey House.
So just like Fear did earlier, Vexfer is committing to doing the Aga climb now. I mean, he doesn't know about the boots, but again, assuming that the hookshot is needed, you're going to have to do this eventually anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it looks like Ramon is one of the first people to jump into Misery Mire there. He's going to pick up the big key to Desert Palace there on the cutscene chest in Mire.
John Snow going into Ice Palace with no glove.
Kind of curious about this play. I'm wondering if this is, I know who my opponents are here. Maybe let's do something a little bit off the wall here. See if we pull something big.
This bomb strat. I gotta learn that. I always see people do it, and it looks so cool, and I just have not gotten around to learning how to do that.
Yeah, you and me both, bud. You and me both. Like, I get through that room with bombs, but it is never pretty. Ooh, fairy connector there, taking Fear Agent down to the dark shopping mall area. Unfortunately, still no gloves, so he can't do that. But he can earn himself a whole bunch of money at this archery game.
Stu did hit the switch, so on the off chance he finds a glove in this dungeon, he can actually kill Cold Stare. Because he still does not have that big key. Oh wow, the mirror.
That is a big find for Jon Snow. Even if you get nothing else out of here, that's a nice thing. No gloves, so can't do that.
Muscle memory is too strong.
Oh, and another big key here. We got a big key to Turtle Rock in Ice Palace as well. Dang. So we got a glove-locked mirror. That Turtle Rock big key is not glove-locked, though. So you want to put your glove in the TR big chest just to do the full cross keys bingo? Ooh, setting up for the bomb jump. Missing it there.
He's gonna have to take the long way around. The really long way around since he hit the switch, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time. Fear Agent finally decided that he's going to go up here, take these boots, bonk into this tree, and he's going to be rewarded with his hookshot in one of the silliest places it could possibly be. A glove in dig game over on Ramon's side there, so that is probably pretty bad for Rando Toddlers there, because that means when... Oh, and there's a big key to Misery Mire on Stumpy on top of it. Unfortunately for Rando Toddlers now, when Divine Beastie Boys make their way to Ice Palace, they're going to be able to clear it in one shot.
Yeah, the big question at this point is when do the Rando Toddlers go back to Skullwoods?
Yeah.
It's a hard sell to go back just for that one entrance, because it takes a long time to get there.
You ain't kidding. That is not an easy place to convince yourself to go all the way back for at this point, especially if you've already dug it out. You're like, oh, what's that one entrance can't hurt me, right? Right?
It's the story of the cross keys tiebreaker race for me. That's where my go mode was, and that was the end of me.
Man, that's the way it can work very, very, very easily in this mode, and it always feels bad. And speaking of things that occasionally feel bad, we just found Pod with 4 keys, so choices need to be made.
Yeah, maybe I'll just find one anyway.
Alright, 12 chests available to him? Yeah, there's a pretty good chance he's going to find at least one. Yeah, actually, you know what, Wall Kick's bringing up a good point here. You don't have the big keys, so you just, you take these 4 keys, you open up everything that you need, and just go from there, pretty much. Dexter being chased by a very angry Murderdactyl there is going to go ahead and kill it so he can go ahead and walk all the way back to the pod entrance.
On Snoo finding the top, or rather the bottom of Super Bunny Cave at the back desert entrance. He's able to get there since he found that mirror so quickly.
Unfortunately, got himself a little mirror bonk here, so he's going to have to do a little bit of a stalling dance there until he can come back into the light world.
Mick clip coming up from Ramond. Super useful trick to know in this mode.
Yeah, no, I'd put a mimic clip up over hovering, quite honestly, in this mode. And the amount of times that it's given me very, very, very useful items that I 100% do not deserve to have yet. And say goodbye to the mimic, and we're going to head on back to the Bowlock side of pod. Oh, and there is a big key to GT there. With the big key to desert pod there in the on John Snoo's side at the same time there here in Super Bunny Cave. Things coming quickly.
And it looks like we do know pod is a crystal at this point. So they are going to need that big key.
With a mapped Desert Palace here in the basement of Pod, and also a mapped Ice Palace here, so we're going to get a lot of information here. One kind of nice thing for Jon Snoo, we found a mini Moldarm cave here down at the bottom of Dark Death Mountain. So, yet another 5-item cave. Let's see if anything else pops out of this.
Next for getting that mirror and leaving immediately. Very nice item to have, even if it is out of logic for now.
Now, did he pick up the Turtle Rock big key, though?
No, he left immediately.
Ooh, that might come back to bite them. Probably not, but maybe.
Yeah, little do they know about that glove that's just sitting there at Dig Game. They don't have a very good way to get to the Dark World at the moment.
Yeah,
so we'll see how long it takes them to get back there.
Like right now, the only way that I think they can get to the Dark World is by either going through the Turtle Rock connector there over at Flute Spot 5, or by going through Paradox Cave. Other than that, there's not a good way to get back there, and with it being a dig game, I mean, not an obvious way to do it.
Oh, Vextra's actually going back into Ice Palace. Probably to get that Turtle Rock big key that you mentioned, I would assume. Because he still can't finish this dungeon yet. Yep, and there's the mirror.
Alright, Ramon picking up his big key to Ice Palace there. It looked like out of the back of Sasharalas, and is going to make his way, going to pick up a couple of keys of himself. Looks like Fear Agent is currently going to go through Ice Palace, so he's going to find the mirror and that TR big key here, and we'll also hopefully get to see what's in that H room there.
Funnily enough, Beer has basically everything you need for GT basement, and we haven't found GT yet. But he's got the cane, fire rod, hammer, and hookshot. Like that is going to be a gold mine when they find it.
I mean, that's what, 21 items? Well, I mean, Ramon even got the GT big key here, so yeah, 21, 22 items. The moment we get 23 items, the moment we get there, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, looks like it's not under the rock at Dark Shopping Mall here, so we're kind of running out of places for it to be, though. Oh, okay, Vexfer finally finding a hype cave there. Gets his boots. Gets his master sword. Tells Jon Snow, you gotta come here, like, now.
We have a problem.
Yeah, team meeting, quick! And Ramon picking up another bottle there out of the witch's hut. And hopefully Fear Agent will let us see exactly what this item is. Alright, come on, stream. Be good, be good. Oh, you... Oh. Well, it's something. Oh, it's money. It's money. His rupee count was going up. It was money.
Okay, nice.
Alright. Jon Snow, unfortunately, having this thing that's happened to nobody ever before, where you go into a spike cave and then realize halfway there, oh god, I don't have a glove yet.
In there. Several times, actually.
Yep. I'd say at least once a week, probably. Alright. Yeah, it does look like Ramon did pick up Tempered at some point. We're not 100% sure, but it did happen. Fear Agent picking up Ice Tea Room, we assume, right now. Yep, he's got it. He's leaving.
Looks like Ice Palace is one of our 5-6 crystals, so this is a required dungeon to beat the game. Fear is going to have to orphan the big chest, but hopefully if that's needed, Ramon can do that whenever he goes to Ice Palace.
Sick Kid has our bow today. Or at least a bow. Maybe not the only bow, but Sick Kid definitely has one of the bows. That's something that the Rando Toddlers have over the other team right now. Fear Agent gonna have to be careful here. He's gonna be able to go into his Cold Stare fight here with 4 hearts and green mail. That's
a little
A
spicy.
lot of health. Yeah, not a lot of health there. We're gonna take a second, maybe kill a couple of things, see if we can get a little bit more health. Or we're gonna take a death. Oh no, what happened?
Stalfos, maybe? Not sure exactly.
The only thing that I think takes off 4 hearts in there, I think, is the freeze ore.
Oh, true. Yeah, that was probably it.
That's a rough one right there for Fear Agent. Gonna check what's in this Mimic Cave here. Find a thing. Gonna take a second, probably get a blue potion. Looks like he's standing in front of it there. I assume that's what he picked up. So we get confirmation that, yeah, Ramon did pick up 300 rupees there out of that H room. Fear Agent coming in probably a little bit salty about what just happened.
Yep, we did say earlier, you don't really want to be in the same place as your teammate at the same time, but this is a bit of an exception because the mirror was an Ice Palace. Ramon definitely wants to get that as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, Skelly, but I mean, in my opinion, mirror is basically the most powerful thing when you're running cross keys.
Yeah, I would say so. The earlier the better. It's not too early in this seed, but I mean, it still opens up a lot of stuff. And just makes routing much more efficient in general.
Yeah, you know what? You know, after getting basically, 2 crystals here within the first 15 minutes, it's pretty much been. It's slowed down a little bit. The progression, hey?
A bit, yeah.
All right, Ramon taking that breaking Cold Stare's shell, spinning him up to the top. Ooh, getting a little bit unfortunate thing there. But yeah, Cold Stare is no longer alive. That was really quick there, and that's going to be just a 20 rupees, but more importantly, that's a crystal for Ramon.
It's really smart use of the fire rod duping with the sword beams there, because just in case that quick kill goes wrong, you can just use that remaining magic for your fire rod shots. That's smart.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, Jon Snow gonna have a little bit more fun with the Aga fight here with a little bit more up-tempo music than we had the last time. Dexter picking up that big key to Desert Palace there, so unfortunately we do know Desert Palace is our green pendant today.
There's our Swamp Palace at a Checkerboard Cave. Still haven't found the dam though. Can't do anything in it.
Alright, Fear Agent making his way back to thing here, having a bit of a puff party here. We're gonna have to find out here in a second if he's gonna make out. He's popped a blue potion, we saw that. 2 puffs down, that looks like the 3rd one down as well. Looked like we're throwing an extra fire rod shot to be sure. Yep, that's all 3 puffs down on Fear Agent's side. That's gonna be crystal number 2.
So both players on Divine Beastie Boys did have to orphan that Ice Palace big chest. Maybe that could be a Hail Mary out for the Rando Toddlers if they are able to find that big key before they do the dungeon. Though they've already committed to a gloveless dip anyway, so really that would only kind of make up for the time they already invested.
Yeah, it's hard to say exactly here. I mean, trying to think what could be in it. I mean, that's one of those times where you go, well, if Ice Rod is there, yeah, that would change the game pretty quickly.
I also have that bow, so if something really important is on Armos, then maybe that could get them back in this race.
Yeah, it looks like looks like Ramon's about to go ahead and pick up this pod big key here in just a second as well. And speaking of Ice Rod, guess where that sucker is? That is an Ice Rod in the Turtle Rock big chest. That doesn't seem apt or fitting ever.
No, that doesn't belong there. That is another crystal they can get though. That's everything needed for Trinex.
Yeah, if I'm Fear Agent, there's a very good chance I just immediately, I might just sacrifice what, you're going to need 2 keys to get to Trinex from this direction? I might just do that.
Yeah, I forget where Laser Bridge was, but it's probably going to be a lot faster just to do it right now.
I know Laser Bridge is in CAC, and unfortunately CAC, well, I mean, with the spawn point in Lost Woods there, maybe not. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and save and quit. That makes sense. Alright, Fear Agent finding to take any cave there out of the Bonk Rocks next to Link's house, so gonna grab himself another heart there to keep him safe, because he's still running on green mail right now. Ramon's got red mail, so he's feeling just fine.
Probably mostly wanted that mirror just as death warps. You wouldn't have to death warp anymore.
No kidding.
Because it is slow when you've got 2 rows of hearts and mail.
Definitely, definitely. And Jon Snoop wandering there into pod over at the dark bonk rocks there. Not having the bow, but having the big key, still continuing into pod there. It's kind of surprising. He knows where it is as Fear Agent picks up the book from Lake Hylia Island. Ooh, going for a sick hover here. Let's see if he pulls it. Oh, nope, got about halfway and then fell. Gonna go again.
Oh, he made the turn, but...
Oh. Yeah, we're going to be stubborn about this. We're going to come back. Oh, looking good. Oh, that was nice. Very nice.
Took a few tries, but still a time save. I would think.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he would have had to mimic clip anyway, unless he has a potion, so...
I mean, you get a GT big out of it. We don't know if you absolutely need that yet, but I mean, that is going to be pretty good here. It looks like Vextifer kind of is on his way to go ahead and get his glove in just a moment. We got Ramon back into Misery Mire there. He's going to go ahead and clean this sucker out.
Yep, I believe he already did everything except for the 2 things that require the big key. Oh, Ramon. Oh, is this actually faster to fall there, or was that an accident? I'm not sure.
I think probably faster, honestly. Okay, that looks like Fear is in... Yep, that's Fear in Sick Kid's house. Sick Kid there, so that is going to be a bow found for Divine Beastie Boys.
Yeah, I should assume that whatever Ramon does probably is the fastest thing.
I mean, that's...
He might actually be the best entrance player in this game, to be honest, so...
I mean, I couldn't really argue with you too much in there. I think you get a lot of agreement from people who play Retrance, or play any entrance mode. GT found by Vextifer here. Where was GT at? Was that at Cave 45?
Must have been, since he still doesn't have that glove.
Well, maybe he'll find the second glove in here. Alright. Fear Agent gonna show us that Crystal Roller Room today, just having the one of our single rupees today, so there we go, there we go. Up in one of our trackers there, Darity Peels there shouting out that probably GT was at the left side of the race game entrance there. Alright, that is going to be a very dead Vitreous there on Ramon's side. We got Fear Agent into the Trinex fight, we believe.
It's actually looking reasonably likely that Ramon is not going to need that hookshot.
Yeah?
2 out of 3 chance that Swamp is a pendant, I believe. Based on what we know.
Vextifer digs up his team's first glove here at just over the hour mark. Jon Snoop about to get his bow here from Sick Kid. Fear Agent trying to take down Trinex right now. Looks like it's probably going okay. I don't think Vex did the left side of GT Basement.
Yeah, that's a little surprising.
Because I saw him do tile room. And then I think he just stopped and didn't do the rest.
Did he do... He didn't do Ice Armos either, did he? Did he just leave after Compass Room?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, what's his key situation here? What do we mean? He's got 8 keys.
Unless he just, like, really, really, really does not want to orphan the big chest, but still I find that kind of surprising.
I guess. Like, well, I mean, Jon Snoo's in there right now, so... I mean, maybe we're going to see some bonks and some bunch of other things here from this. So they are checking it. I guess they just decided to split this up with Jon Snoo coming in here instead.
But he does have the big key, so... Yeah, I guess I can see it.
Right. Oh, that's a sick hover right there. That's not even fair.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone do it exactly like that before. Oh, the flute. GT. It's about time.
Yeah, that's a at this point it's nice to have, but it's not overly crazy useful at this point. I mean, we've got Misery Mire access, so you just bonk, man. You just bonk there. There he goes.
Wally bringing up a good point in chat. Ramon might be in go mode at this point. If Thieves Town and Swamp are our 2 remaining pendants, which we'll find out shortly.
No, don't they have to be the way that it's tracked right now? Like, we have Desert as a pendant. We have crystals for Skull, we have Crystal for Eastern, Crystal for Pod, Crystal for Hera, Crystal.
Now that we see Eastern as a crystal.
He's in go mode.
He is.
Dear God, he's going to be done at like 120. That's amazing. So a hook shot there. Just the biggest load of bait in the world.
Yup.
So everything Jon Snoo's doing right now is completely unnecessary, and Vextifer is about to join him in the unnecessariness of it. Now, we saw Swamp, right? Did we see the dam, though?
I don't think we have.
So, not totally in go mode yet, then, if we haven't seen the dam yet.
Swamp's a pendant.
Oh, it's a pendant. What am I saying? Yeah, never mind. It's late. I've been doing this for a while today.
Yeah, so Ramon's going to be able to skip the whole Aga Tower climb.
Yeah, this is wild. What a thing. Well, I signed up for this race thinking that these guys might be done pretty quick, and it looks like looks like I might be right. And yeah, so what's Fear Agent got left? Fear Agent only has Eastern Palace, Pod, and Misery Mire to complete. This is crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna sub 120 this easily. That's pretty incredible.
That's wild. I think at this point, if you're Rando Toddlers, you see that dot done come in, you just kind of sit there for a minute and you go, wait, what, seriously? Oh man, Jon Snoo even committing to this climb.
Don't even remember what is behind Aga 2, if I'm being honest.
I don't think I ever even figured it out, honestly. I think we saw Useless Fairy. I have no idea.
I think it's probably one of the single item drop downs.
It might be Magic Bat? Yeah, I have no idea. Alright, well there's your Palace of Darkness finished. All Ramon has to do to finish this seed, he's got 4 keys. He needs to dash himself over to Flute Spot 5 there, south of Eastern Palace, pick up his big key. Oh, he's got to do Hera as well, so okay, no, he's got to make a pet stop over here in the, at the Light World, basically where the archery game is in the Light World here, so yeah, this is not going to be a long time for him either.
Still no Harapot.
Yeah, rip Harapot today. Hookshot was unnecessary. I guess that's going to be my first question for when they come in here. Fear Agent, how do you feel about wasting all of that time to get your hookshot today?
Yeah. You know he didn't want to do it either.
Oh yeah.
You could tell he just forced himself to do it.
Jon Snow having a pretty decent there, Landmo 2 fight. He's still climbing here, unfortunately for him. I mean, we're going to get to see some items here at the top, but like, unfortunately, we have knowledge that there is nothing of use up here.
So they're actually only 1 item away from go mode, right? They just need that ice rod, I think. And little do they know, it's just sitting in the Turtle Rock big chest.
Yep, it's just sitting there the whole time. I mean, that's kind of crazy that this seed is an extremely, extremely fast one. I mean, for Jon Snow, this does kind of make sense after a point. You're gonna get, you know, you're gonna want to check. You want to check density. Oh, he's gonna get silver arrows out of it.
Yeah, I mean, he was checking GT basement anyway, which, you know, most of the times is something you would have to do. And then if he's already made his way to GT, which is in a fairly inconvenient place, it's a justifiable play for sure.
I mean, like, I don't even think Divine Beastie Boys found GT in this seed.
I don't think they did.
I mean, when you've got that going for you there, as Jon Snow says, I don't need no stinking hookshot. Alright, so Fear Agent there, got to do Pod, he's got to do Misery Mire, he's on his way to Pod as we speak. Ramon has picked up his Ice Rod, he is going to go, this is going to be so dang quick, because he is on his way to, to Laser Bridge right now to finish off Trinex.
Yeah, this was a wild seed for sure.
Wow, I mean, I was expecting quick, but I wasn't expecting this. Hey, Vextifer finding the Take Any Cave there. He's got up on Tempered Sword. The Take Any Cave was at the Mire entrance? God, that's a sick place for that. Now, do you think Ramon tells Fear Agent where the Tempered Sword is, or is he going to make him do Master Sword Silverless?
You gotta make him work for the sub 120, I think.
Yeah, you can't just let him have it. I don't know. I imagine. Yeah, he just picked it up there. It was in Pod Dark Maze.
It's a pretty huge time save when you don't have silvers.
Oh yeah, it's massive, and especially now since we got to see where the silvers were located today, as Jon Snow just gets the extremely bad news that, yeah, that is not where our thing is, and I'm wondering here if that might be. Looks like we've it looks like his side is frozen at the moment. Oh. All right, well, that's 7 crystals for Ramon. He is on his way to Ganon here. He's got to take a quick dip into the whirlpool here south of Link's house, and he will be at Ganon as you go.
They're not going to have the flute by the time they finish this either, because that was also in GT, which they never found.
That is so wild. Oh my god. I'm thinking that there is a good chance that Jon Snow probably has a. I mean, as we're seeing Ramon there on Ganon right now, there's a very decent chance that Jon Snow might have went ahead and said, "Well, we're not winning this. I have cut my stream." Very decent chance that that's happened. All right, Fear Agent into his fight with Helmasaur there, as you can see.
He still has to do Mire after this as well.
Not going to get the sub 120. It's a shame. At top my tower. No, Ganon. We never found your tower on this side.
Yeah, Ramonda's like, what tower?
There was a tower in this game? I know there was a tower. There was an Aga tower. I didn't climb that one either. All right, Fear Agent taking down Helma there. He's going to make his way over to Vitreous in just a second here. He's got that hook shot, so if he can just hook across this river up at the top. As smooth as silk over on Ramon's side, just triple after triple after triple. There you go. Ganon is exploding. That is going to be it for him. Man, get your GGs into chat. This is the fastest Retrance finish I've ever seen.
Yeah, same. Pretty incredible.
Man, that is GG's there for Ramon there, finishing first on the restream here. First for Divine Beastie Boys with a time of 1:16:43.
Reason why he's the #1 all-time on ladder right now.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense, I guess, if you think about it that way. All right, Vextiper making his way back into fight Armos himself here, as we got a couple of guys who still need to finish here. Now, setting up for that quick kill there. Looks like he's got it set up pretty well. Yeah, we're doing just fine here. Oh, missed the last one.
Still pretty quick.
Yeah, cleaned it up just fine.
Your agent somewhere in Misery Mire right now. Oh, there he is.
Just magically appears at the back there. So Vexter finds his ice rod, puts them into go mode. Unfortunately, one of the guys on the other team had already finished. I'm still shaking my head at it.
I mean, all things considered, Rando Toddlers is still on pace for a good time. It's just Divine Beastie Boys got an insane time.
Yeah. I mean, that's really what it comes down to here. Is it's just, yeah, just wild, wild, wild stuff. And Vex very quickly making his way back to Trinex here. He's doing his best to, you know, get this done. And man, yeah, I mean, with he doesn't have the pod big key tracked, but I mean, it's not difficult for him to get to. So if they were racing anyone else here, they probably would be having I mean, like you said, they'd have a really, really good time.
Yeah, for sure. Even in spite of the GT bait, in spite of being pretty late to those boots.
I mean, when someone finishes this fast, you just kind of go, all right.
Yeah.
All right, Fear Agent going to give us the clip show version of the Ganon fight here, it looks like. Oop, down to 1 heart.
Fear. Oh, nice.
All right, looks like we're into phase 3 there. Ganon's going to throw a little temper tantrum, bounce around a little bit.
Didn't even need to use the cape there on 1 heart.
Man, never in doubt. Oh no, takes a death there. And that's a game over. Yeah, so we're gonna have to go into this Ganon fight again. Oh, it took a save and quit there, actually, there to go ahead and refill his health, it looks like. I mean, he is on green mail, pretty low equipment, low health, all things considered right now.
Yeah, I guess that's what happens when you get through the seed this quickly. You didn't find any of the fluff.
Yeah, true. I mean, when you're running it at 120 though, you're probably like, okay, yeah, I died. I think we might still be good though. Oh, right, you don't get an auto restart at the cannon hole and entrance. Ah, that is true. That is true. That is true. See, I usually just get knocked down when I'm fighting Ganon. I don't usually die. I just get knocked off the platform like a complete idiot. That's all good. All right, back to phase 3 here on Fear Agent's side.
Should be finishing up Ganon around the time that Vextraver finishes up Helmasaur, which would be crystal number 6 for him.
I mean, if Vextraver finishes this seed, it'd still be like a 1... I mean, what are we talking, like a 128 maybe?
Yeah, something like that. Myra's in kind of an inconvenient place, but I mean, you get to go mode it.
You get to go mode it, and then you are like right next to Ganon. Is like
oh yeah, that's true.
Thing about it.
Yeah.
All right, down goes Helmasaur on Vextraver's side. Fear Agent into the final stages of phase 4, it does look like. And I hear Exploding Pig. That is an Exploding Pig there on Fear Agent side. Get your GGs into chat. That's going to be a win for Divine Beastie Boys, moving to 21 points on this season here. That's a very, very good result for them. As Fear Agent crosses the line here with a time of 1:23:31.
It's just about a 120 average. Just doing some mental math there. Crazy time.
Yeah, and with that, as you could kind of tell from John Snoo's stream there earlier, they both runners there on Rando Toddlers did go ahead and throw in the towel. Do not blame them at all for that, because man, God, that was fast. And we are now going to be joined in the commentary booth today by our winners. They're Fear Agent and Ramon. GG's on a ridiculous time, guys.
Hi, GG.
Yeah, GG's.
All right, so Fear Agent, I got a question. Why'd you waste time climbing Aga Tower? It wasn't necessary today, bud.
I know. Well, if I had known that we didn't need that hook shot, then of course I wouldn't have done it. But we just wanted to split up checks, and you know, we knew the hook shot was there. It got me over to the. I don't know. I was there if we needed to do it. Coming back seems like.
Oh, it made sense, but it made perfect sense. It was just wild that it turns out that it wasn't completely unnecessary.
Yeah, the seed was interesting. So I just woke up. And it didn't go. Luckily, Ramon was able to carry me through a lot of it, because that death and ice really. I mean, he was able to keep me cool, and yeah, I wasn't ready to play this morning, but the seed was pretty convenient for us, I think, for the most part. I mean, we felt really efficient. We got through. I think we last locationed Paradox. But we did get the Pearl out of Logic, and then once that happened, there was just so much to do, and I found the boots, and then we kind of hit go mode without knowing if we were actually in go mode or not. So
Yeah, you guys never found GT. I don't believe either of you found the dam either. So swamp was never really an option.
Yep.
No Thieves Town Big Key. Yeah, I mean, this was a crazy seed.
It was dumb. It's like we totally missed the jet. Like, just straight. Like, it was the jettiest. That's the jettiest reference I think I've ever seen. Like, if you just go to the right places and get the items, like, right, and then just do straight dungeons and don't do anything, like, remotely with the mirror efficiently, like, it was real bad. Well, no, I mean, this one specifically had so much stuff in it that you were like, oh, well, I better do this now while I'm here because it's in a bad spot. And if you just don't, or your partner is like right before you get there, gets it. Yeah, we were just discombobulated for a lot of that, because like I would go somewhere, do something, and then immediately after I was done, John would find the thing we needed to finish it. Like, it was just bad routing with the seed.
Yeah, unfortunately for you guys, that hype cave at the back of Skullwoods was a huge thorn in your side.
Yeah, well, so John super bunnied it at one point because he came out top of bumper from Paradox, and he was like, I'll just go super bunny Skullwoods, and so that made the back not very attractive to us at all, right? So, I mean, then we missed boots, right? And so then, yeah, I mean, that... like, if you super bunny Skullwoods in the seed, you don't go back to the back of Skullwoods.
Oh, for sure. It's a terrible,
right.
terrible.
It's like forever. Until I found Skullwoods Big in Aga Tower. Now, I will say that John and I both considered we considered hard committing to the fact that we just weren't going to get the hook shot. Like, we literally just thought about skipping it and just going to do everything and seeing if we could finish without the hook shot. Which would have been the correct play this seed. Yeah, no, GG's. That was a fast one.
Yeah, the hook shot turned out to be major bait.
Yeah, it was huge bait. You guys got the hook shot though, right? Or did you not?
Yeah, I picked up the hook shot.
Ramon didn't though?
No, because we weren't sure whether or not it was needed. So I did it when I found it, because you can just get through there when you're there. So it's like, you know, we know that's the hook shot. if you know.
I mean, there's not very many seeds where you're like, well, I don't have to do any of Hookshot Cave or any of Left Side GT with the hookshot, or like none of Swamp Palace. It's just it doesn't happen very often, and so you're like, oh, I'm just gonna get it. And so me and Jumbo went and got it, which. Oh well, we never even found Hookshot. I don't know where Hookshot Cave was.
Yeah,
it was probably TR main into Desert Right. I think that's actually almost certainly what it is, or Ice Palace into Desert Right. One of those two. We checked every other entrance.
I mean, honestly, you never really expect someone to finish even a co-op Retrance seed in under an hour 20. I've never seen it. So, I mean,
we finished a couple practice seeds at like 123, 124, but like, yeah, this one I was like, man, I kind of knew. I think halfway through, not halfway through, but like part of the way through the seed, whenever we hadn't found anything in all of the efficient entrances that we were like clearing on both sides, and we didn't find anything for like a little bit, and I was like, you know what, if you just go and do has the opportunity to be a very, very, very jetty seed if you just go do straight dungeons. Like, so a lot of times the majority of the seeds, I think that doesn't happen, right? Everything's just like not right in the easy checks, right in the entrances. That doesn't normally happen, especially how far we were from go at the time. And so you play the odds and you're like, all right, well, I'm probably going to find something at some point that's going to give me an extra dungeon clear, but everything was like linearly in a row in dungeons.
We skipped out on the bow. I think that was our kind of mistake, because when I went to go get the glove, I forgot about Sick Kid. And so bow was kind of late. So once we got that, I feel like it was like, all right, let's do Eastern, see if it's a crystal. And then Ramon was like, we found the pod big, let's just check pod and maybe we're in go mode. And it turned out it was. So we felt really efficient.
When did you get Ice Rod? That's what what made you go back to Ice Rod? If you never found the flute, I guess. Did you mirror from the Dark World? Like when you checked pod area? Is that what happened?
No. So I was right after Ice. I got the big key, and I was like, I haven't got the flippers yet. Let's go get those just in case. And,
okay. So that makes sense. Yeah, because you sequence broke the Moon Pearl, right?
Yeah.
So you didn't have the flippers yet. That actually makes way more sense. Yeah. See, that was another check that was just like, when were we going to go back there? Right, like because we'd already checked all of the dark pod area, we already checked all of the eastern area, and so we just had that one chest hanging out. Once we got flute out of GT, it's an easy check, but we had both gotten flippers to get the Moon Pearl, right? So we didn't have any incentive to go there. We didn't have any incentive to go to the Scouts back of Skull Woods. It's just both of those checks happen to be the two items that make everything dual.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. It just that Moon Pearl was actually kind of big. The Moon Pearl got out of logic and felt pretty big. And we only did that because we're like out of locations, and Ramon didn't want me just going exactly where he was.
Yeah, actually, so it was like that one connector on the mountain that led actually to Ice Road Cave area, which locked Fear out. And then I just said, okay, now just do Hobo to stall for time, because we don't want to be at the same place at the same time. So we decided to let him check Hobo. I never expected Hobo to actually have anything, and then he said, oh, the Chelsea, and I was like, okay, where the heck are the flippers? Because we only had one entrance left, and that was.
We didn't even need the flippers, did you? I mean, I guess you don't even need flippers to see it either.
Nah, nope, don't need the Nope.
That's so stupid. What is so silly? That's so silly.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a seed.
Yeah, a seed where you don't need 90% of the things that you usually need for the seed. What a very normal day.
I just felt terrible the entire time, because like I said, I got up late, and it was like I had a rush to get to the game and to the match, and then I had that stupid death in ice and a stupid death on Ganon. I just was not at the top of my game.
Well, I mean, in the end, it didn't really matter, but you guys ended up moving on to, you took the win this week. I guess you guys are going to be up to, I believe, 24 points on the season.
We have one more. We have a race tomorrow, right?
And you got a race tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you guys are doing pretty well. Maybe running away with the Misery Mire division. You should think about letting some of us have a win occasionally. Some of the other teams, we might appreciate it.
I imagine Gamachi will throw some races because he's not that good. Ramon and I have had to carry him through most of the season, and you know, we're good friends, so we do what we can with our friend, but we can only carry him so far. So
yeah, true. I mean, at some point, a fat Pikachu does weigh you down.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I'm excited for tomorrow's race. I'm gonna make sure we get an extra hour's sleep tonight. And we've had crazy winds here in Washington, and our power went out last night. And when it's like super dark in your house, like everything you kind of lose track of time. You don't have a clock with you. But I'm like, I don't need to set an alarm. I have kids. I'll be up, and next thing you know, everyone just slept in right through everything. So tomorrow I will be on time and ready to play.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to get everybody here and set up for that. But anything else you guys want to add before we start sending people off? Because we got a lot of races today.
Now, GG's, and thanks for the commentary and the tracking and everyone involved. We really appreciate
for sure. GG's. Hopefully tomorrow we can have like a retro seed that it doesn't end up like hard screwing either team, and it can be like a good, like a better game. I feel like we had lost as soon as we relate to Skullwoods, right? And so, and then Ice Ride was out of the way. And so it was kind of just, I'm sure it wasn't that great of a watch. So sorry, we'll do better.
I think you guys did plenty fine enough the way it is there. All right, I guess with all of that then, right now over on SpeedGaming Main, there is another, if you've enjoyed watching this one, we got another race going over there. That's between Magno and Broger versus Zarvin and Drakey there. So we got we got a race going on right there. There's going to be another race starting here, I think we got enough people ready for tracking and such with that here, possibly starting in about 15 minutes. And if we can get that one going, we'll have a little bit more rando action for you there. There's races all today. Make sure you follow the SpeedGaming network of channels there. Subscribe to all of them. Make sure that we're all good there. And yeah, I mean, other than that, big thank you to Darity Peels and Scottish Brave there for doing the tracking behind the scenes. And thank you to Skelly there for joining me in the booth. And I guess I'll let you have the last word there, bud.
Thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun. I guess I can maybe go back to bed now. We're done so early or something, but yeah, it was a pleasure.
And I guess I'll add one last thing here now that I think about it. We are looking for trackers who could help us out with some of this there. If you're willing, go ahead. Follow, head on over to the ALTTPRleague.com there, and we can point you over to the Discord. And that can help you get, you can help us get even more of these races on stream, because they're a ton of fun to watch. They're a ton of fun. The tracking software is occasionally a little funky, but it will get you through it, no problem there. But from everybody else here at SpeedGaming, y'all have a great night or great day.